Elijah, oh, okay, I'll take you 400 dudes on. The God that answers by fire. And now they're saying, where'd you get that from, the other prophet? You say, I don't know, just having a go. Having a go, man. Having a go. What's there to lose? We're going to die anyway, so I might as well have a go. And if God is who he is, he'll back me up. God is going like, whoa, I didn't even give Elijah that permission to try and get fire out of heaven. Whoa. Even Michael the archangel says, man, that guy's got guts. Gee, that's my job to kill people like that. Michael's the warlord of heaven. He says, who's this fella? He says, Elijah. God is my salvation. That's his name. And Elijah stands there and there's 400 prophets of Baal who are ready to kill him. And he says, the God who answers by fire, before we have a fight, and I'll beat you too. If you fight me, I'll kill you all. Not really, he says to his servant. Servant was Elisha, and he said, how are you going to do this? I don't know. You got no gun, you got no bow and arrow, you got no slingshot. He says, I don't know. I'm just trying to make fear in their hearts. Fear in their hearts. The God who answers by fire. So the Baal follows 400 filthy, stinking religious prophets. Said, you're on. So they did their dance and they started to sing hymns. And yeah, they got the rest of the church that had never, where'd they come from? Never seen them before. Those are the ones that hide. They all came out and they started to cut themselves and sing these songs and chant and rant and rave and moan and groan and grizzle and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, you know, they started to blame each other and push each other. And after a while, Elijah said, oh, man, he was lying on the grass, but he said, oh, I'm tired of waiting for you losers. And then Elijah says, what are you going to do? He says, just step back, boy. Watch your daddy. And here's a secret little prayer. God, if you let me down, I promise you I'll never serve you again. And this is your reputation on the line, not mine. You better come through, man, and you burn them good. Burn every single one of them. Don't just leave a little bit of like burnt toast. You know? Make it impressive because a lot of people are watching, all of Israel. This is you. This is your reputation. It's your stuff, mate. You got to do it, right? When I say bring it on, you let the fire come, okay? They're all ready now, and they're doing the same thing. Putting up their spears. You horrible man of God, saying such ridiculous, out of the world, crazy stuff. We're going to die for this. And he said, hold on, I haven't finished yet. You ready? I want you to all line up in rows of 20, 400 prophets, because I want to make sure you all get singed real good. Hey, line up in line with a scorcher. Go on, you can't do it. You can't do it. You and whose army? Your church can't do that. You won't be able to get fire. You won't be able to get God to do that. He said, well, line up quickly over there. That's good. Now, come a little bit closer together. Someone's just going to put a big bit of wire netting grill over you. We're going to put some steak on top to cook. It says, God, you ready? This is Elijah, your man. Remember? Bring fire from heaven and toast those turkeys. And what happened? You read it. Fire came ripping out. Maybe it's like you imagine God. The angel saying, gee, that guy's put you in a position, Lord. Man, did he ask you? And God was sitting there and smiling and says, well, no, he didn't really ask me. He just presumed what he calls faith. And he's a really wild fella. And you know what? He's in a predicament right now. And it's my reputation on the line too. And I love his faith. I'll talk to him later about this and give him a bit of a spanking. But I love the dude. He's just so rugged and wild and crazy. And you know what? Those prophets are false. So, so he does. He says, get out of the way. And out it comes, fire from heaven.